and that is the Ticketmaster versus Live Nation. Sorry, Ticketmaster and Live Nation lawsuit. So, Ticketmaster and Live Nation are being sued for essentially, and I'll get the exact wording here because I want to make sure I'm saying this correctly and I'm not miscuing this. So, the Federal Trade Commission and 7 states sued Live Nation and Ticketmaster for tactically coordinating with brokers and allowing them to harvest millions of dollars worth of tickets in the primary market. So, what do I take away from that? A concert is being issued or tickets are being made available. You go in queue. Tickets are never, by the way, once you go into this queue and you actually get through, all the tickets are sold out. Why is that? Well, it's sold out because Ticketmaster works with Live Nation to make sure that all those tickets are bought out. And then those tickets are being resold on Ticketmaster for more money. So, what does that look like? Well, one of the theories is that Live Nation is using, and Ticketmaster, they're using bots. Meaning, if let's say Drake is doing a show at Madison Square Garden and tickets are made available 10 a.m. Thursday morning, everybody, fans that want to attend that show are going to go on at 10 a.m. for that pre-sale to get tickets. They go on and you're waiting in this queue, and then you find out in the queue there's like 50,000 other people in front of you. Cool. By the time you get through, you get through and you're looking at the seat map and there's no blue tickets. There's no blue seats because those are unsold seats. You're seeing red seats, which are basically verified resale tickets. It's like, but I waited in line. How are the tickets gone? Well, the theory is that Live Nation and Ticketmaster are working in cahoots to ensure that all those tickets are bought out. So if Drake is selling a ticket at Madison Square Garden for $200 face value, those tickets are all purchased. Those tickets are being resold on Ticketmaster. Instead of $200, it's now $600. And people are like, how is this happening? How is Ticketmaster and Live Nation allowing that? And that's the big issue. And I think that's been the grievance. That's been the grievance for quite some time. I myself, I'm an avid concert goer. I love attending sporting events, but it's getting ridiculous. First off, the ridiculous service fees that Live Nation and Ticketmaster impose is ridiculous. I'm sorry to say, but at what point are we going to cap these service fees? Because here's the thing, here's the catch. If I purchase a ticket for $200 to whatever concert and I paid a $10 service fee, let's say I bought one ticket. The ticket's $200 with the $10 service fee. I'm now paying $210. Let's say taxes is included. So $210. I decide, you know what? I'm going to sell that ticket. I sell that ticket. I say, I'm going to mark it up. I'm going to sell it for $400. A week before the show, it's the hottest ticket in town. People are going to buy it. So I'm selling it for $400. Now, that $10 service fee now becomes $20 service fee. So Ticketmaster is making sure that they collect every single service fee, no matter how many times that ticket's sold. You know who loses? It's the consumer. It's the consumer that loses. Why is that? Because we're continuously paying service fees for what? To purchase a ticket online? There are no more box offices. I remember when I used to go to Blue Jays games at the Sky Dome. I'm not even going to call it the Rogers Center. At the Sky Dome, I used to go to the box office, line up and purchase tickets there. And I remember, whoever would be at the box would be like, oh, well, we have seat blah, blah, blah available. Okay, what's the closest? We have seat blah blah blah. Do we have closer? You know what I mean? I remember that. Now you're doing everything online. There's no more box offices, because guess what? I wasn't paying a service fee when I was purchasing at the box office. I'm now paying a service fee to purchase online. And these service fees I've seen over the years have continued to rise and rise and rise to points where it's like, what is this service fee really for? Like, that's the biggest question. What is it really for? So I'm at a point right now where, and I think a lot of people too, is like, okay, look, you purchase a ticket on Ticketmaster. We know that Ticketmaster is a trusted site, which, by the way, Ticketmaster always ensures and they market around, hey, our site, we work with Live Nation. We're going to have the best ticket availability. We're going to have the safest network, where we know, where you know, the consumer, that when you purchase a ticket on our site, it's a 100% guaranteed fraud free ticket. Versus you could go to a third party site and you run the risk of potentially buying a ticket that doesn't even exist. We hear these horror stories all the time, right? So I'm at a point where it's like, I trust Ticketmaster because they're working directly with Live Nation to ensure that, concert goers are getting the tickets to, their favorite artists or the sporting event or whatever. But the service fees are ridiculously high. The ticket prices are ridiculously high. So do I go with the third party site? But the third party site, I can't even guarantee that these tickets are legitimate. So the consumer literally has no choice but to settle for Ticketmaster. And that's the sad part. And this right here is how these billion-dollar corporations have us, the consumer, in a stranglehold. Because it's either you go the safe route and spend more, or you go the risky route and run the risk of X, Y, and Z, but pay less. If I'm going to a concert, if I'm going to a sporting event, I want to make sure that the ticket that I'm purchasing is 100% legitimate. I don't want a ticket that when I show up to the gate, it can't be scanned. It's an invalid ticket, and now I'm out hundreds of dollars, because who's going to protect me? I know nothing about the seller who sold me the ticket. It was just a ticket that was online through a third party site. So this is what I mean. We're now at a point where, Live Nation, Ticketmaster, they have us in a stranglehold. They know the weakness, which is we want the safe, legitimate route. So if you want that, you're going to pay more. And that's, and again, that's just capitalism at its finest. Right? We know that. But again, I think right now is the opportunity where enough is enough. And, people have spoken out. People have been speaking out for years on this, by the way. This is not nothing new. But right now, where we're seeing concert tickets at an all-time high, we're seeing sporting events tickets at an all-time high, I think people have had enough. People have spoken out. And this is why Live Nation and Ticketmaster are facing a lawsuit. I don't know if everybody remembers this, but this was a couple of years ago. It was Beyonce's last tour, one of her last tours. It wasn't the Cowboy Carter tour, which is the one she was recently on. I believe it was the Renaissance tour, where she was having a partnership with Ticketmaster. And of course, the tour is being promoted by Live Nation. And basically, any tickets that are being resold on Ticketmaster, they're being sold for its original price. Meaning, if I purchased a ticket to, I don't know, let's say MetLife Stadium to go see Beyonce on the Renaissance tour, and I purchased it for $200, I can only sell that ticket for $200. I can't sell it for nothing more. I can't sell it for nothing less. I have to sell it for the face value I purchased it for. That right there was an amazing initiative, because we already know Beyonce is one of the One of the highest grossing, um, touring artists of all time. She's sold the most tickets. She's attracted the most fans to attend her shows. We know that. So why not test it out with her? Everybody was amazed. It's like, oh, this is perfect. I don't have to deal with somebody that's going to be gouging me hundreds, some cases even thousands of dollars for overpriced tickets. Because what? It's a week before the show. Guess what? Did we ever hear about that initiative again after? No. Ticketmaster didn't bring that back. I wonder why. Because guess what? They lost out on money. But you know what? They made sure that we're going to campaign, we're going to do this, we're going to do that to say, hey, everyone, we've heard your concerns. We're here for you. No. They're not here for us. They realized that their bottom line was taking a hit. We can't. Because when someone resells that ticket for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars more than what they purchased for, that's more money into our pocket. And we need to make sure that we have and I continue to add more money into our pockets. So that right there goes to show you they don't care. They just made sure that, hey, you know what? This tour, we're going to put out an initiative. We're going to make it sound so good, so cool. And then in reality, we find out that nothing ends up happening. It's been, 2 years since that tour? We haven't heard anything after that. There have been a number of tours. Beyonce went on another tour. Taylor Swift was on her Eras tour. And those tickets were ridiculously expensive. The way that I see it is that attending a sporting event, attending a concert is now a luxury item. People are literally picking between going on vacation or going to a concert. What does that have to say? Like, that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. But again, that just goes to show you the current climate that we're in. And this, a lot of this has to do with post-COVID, where it's like, if artist A is going to go on tour, it's going to be a premium price. It's going to be a premium experience. It's going to be a luxury item. The way that I see it, and this is a lot in part to Ticketmaster and Live Nation, is these events are not meant for any and everyone to attend. It's meant for whoever can afford it to attend. What does that have to say? And this again just goes to show you this is the current world that we live in. So I don't know. I'm really interested to hear the outcome of what happens with this lawsuit. I do think that there's going to be a lot more that's going to be said about it. I think we know that it's going to hit Ticketmaster and Live Nation's pockets. It's going to be interesting to see how they fight back or what initiatives they roll out or what's going to be the cleanup plan. Because we know they love to initiate things that make it seem like they're on the consumer side, when in reality, it's just to kind of clear the smoke. Once everything settles, we're going back to our old ways.